Good Monday morning, and we are going to see some scattered storms later today. We have a 40% chance of rain here for your Monday to kick off the week. Tomorrow, 30% chance, still some spotty storms. And then heading into later this week, we'll see the rain chance go up again. In fact, by the weekend for Labor Day holiday weekend, Saturday, a 50% chance, 40% on Sunday. We'll be tweaking that forecast for you, as I'm sure many of you are already starting to make those plans already. For now, though, I will say this, it is mainly dry and quiet on our radar over in Broward and Miami-Dade County, but through the Keys I am tracking a few showers. You can see them here across Duck Key and Long Key, and we're already warming up here as they're waking up to 79 in Miami and Fort Lauderdale, 84 in Marathon, and when you factor in the humidity, it feels like 93 in Marathon. It feels like 83 in Miami and Fort Lauderdale. So let's take a look at your dog walking forecast, because I would say now is the time to take your pup out for a walk before it gets too hot and before the rain rolls in. Temperatures will sit in the low 80s through 8 a.m., 84 by 9 a.m., upper 80s by 10 a.m. And if you would like to submit your photo, I'll be sharing them during our new newscast weekdays. Email them to pics@cbsmiami.com. Hey, as we get into the afternoon, it is going to feel like 104 in Pompano Beach, 101 in Fort Lauderdale, 106 in Miami. It'll feel like 103 in Key West. So if you're headed to the beach, lucky you on a Monday, a moderate risk of rip currents. At least conditions are improving a little bit after some rough surf over the weekend. The wind's still out of the southwest, and for boaters, no alerts or advisories for the Atlantic waters of the Florida Keys. Morning's looking dry, but it's right around 1-2 p.m. with the heating of the day that we'll see some storms developing that could be impacting when kids get out of school for pickup and at the bus stop, and the evening rush then quiets down. Our next weather rain tracker showing tomorrow. We'll do it all over again in the afternoon. Spotty storms will be developing, and then we'll quiet down in the evening. Tracking the tropics, we have Tropical Storm Fernan out there. It's well to the east. We have no threats to South Florida, and this is going to continue to push off to the north and east, becoming an extratropical cyclone by the time we get into the middle of the week. And there is another wave that we're watching here near the Windward Islands, and this only has a 10% chance of development. The Hurricane Center actually decreased the potential for this to develop. It is forecast to generally move westward, but encounter a very unfavorable environment. In the meantime, locally, we are going to deal with a sizzling afternoon ahead. Highs in the low 90s, feeling like the hundreds, and there will be some rain to bring a little relief in the afternoon. And tomorrow, still more rain in the afternoon, but the wind is going to shift out of the east, and that'll bring a slight change to our temperatures. It won't be quite as hot as we head into your Wednesday and Thursday. Highs will be closer to 90, and we get into the weekend, and that's when we could see more in the way of wet weather.